In a small town surrounded by dusty fields and narrow lanes, there lived a boy named Aarav. His family was poor. His father worked as a daily wage laborer, and his mother stitched clothes for neighbors to earn a few extra coins. They barely managed 2 meals a day, but Aarav had something that made him different, a dream too big for his circumstances. From a young age, Aarav dreamed of becoming an engineer. Whenever he saw people building bridges or repairing machines, his eyes sparkled with curiosity. While other children played games, Aarav would sit with broken radios and toys, trying to open them up, fascinated by how everything worked. His friends laughed at him, saying, "You're wasting time. What can a poor boy like you ever achieve?" But Aarav never stopped believing. He often whispered to himself at night, "One day, I'll build something that will change lives." Life was not kind. At school, Aarav's uniform was torn, and sometimes he had no shoes. His teachers noticed his intelligence, but also knew his family's struggles. Once, during a science competition, Aarav created a small water filter using pebbles, sand, and a plastic bottle. He presented it with nervous pride. Many students laughed at his rough model, but the principal praised his innovation, saying, "Great minds don't need fancy tools, just determination." That single line became a spark in Aarav's heart. He held onto it tightly. Soon, tragedy struck. His father fell ill and couldn't work. His mother's stitching barely covered their needs. Aarav was just 15, yet he decided to work after school hours. He sold newspapers, cleaned shops, and even worked at a tea stall. His classmates mocked him, but Aarav's belief remained unshaken. He told himself daily, "Dreams are never free, they always come with a price." The price for Aarav's dream was sleepless nights. After long hours of work, when everyone in his family slept, he would sit under a dim lamp with secondhand books, solving math problems and sketching machine designs. Hunger often distracted him, but his passion overpowered his pain. Sometimes he failed exams not because he wasn't capable, but because exhaustion consumed him. Each failure hurt, yet instead of quitting, Aarav whispered, "I can fall, but I will rise again." There were days when he almost gave up. Once, while delivering tea at the railway station, he saw children his age traveling in neat uniforms, laughing with no worries. For a moment, he asked himself, "Why me? Why must I suffer?" But then he remembered his mother's words, "Life gives the hardest battles to those who can turn them into victories." And so he continued paying the price of his dream sacrifice, sweat, and relentless belief. Years passed. Aarav finished school with decent grades, but college seemed impossible. The tuition fees were higher than his family's yearly income. He almost accepted defeat when one of his teachers, who had always admired Aarav's dedication, came forward. That teacher introduced him to a scholarship program. Aarav studied day and night for the entrance exam. His friends doubted him, neighbors laughed at him, but when the results came, Aarav's name was on the list. He had earned a full scholarship at a prestigious engineering college. Tears filled his mother's eyes. His father, though weak, hugged him tightly and said, "Son, you've proven that dreams are not for the rich, but for the brave." College was not easy. His classmates spoke fluent English, used laptops, and wore branded clothes, while Aarav struggled with language and confidence. Once again, whispers followed him. "He doesn't belong here." But instead of breaking, Aarav turned those whispers into fuel. He spent nights in the library improving his language, reading extra books, and learning computer programming. He didn't just want to study, he wanted to excel. Slowly, his hard work paid off. He built a low-cost water purifier for rural areas, inspired by the little filter he once made in school. The project gained attention, and soon, Aarav was invited to present it at a national science exhibition. Standing on the stage in front of hundreds of people, Aarav felt nervous. But then he remembered every tear, every sleepless night, every insult he endured. With a steady voice, he explained his project. The audience applauded, and judges awarded him first prize. That moment changed Aarav's life. Investors approached him, and soon, his idea turned into a startup that provided affordable water filters to thousands of villages. Newspapers published his story. From tea stall boy to innovator, the inspiring journey of Aarav. His neighbors, who once doubted him, now proudly told everyone, "We knew him when he was a child." His mother no longer stitched clothes at night, and his father received the best medical care. But Aarav never forgot the price he paid. He often told young students in his village, "Dreams are not free. You must pay for them with hard work, sacrifice, and unshakable belief. But once you pay that price, the reward is beyond imagination." Aarav's journey teaches us something powerful. Life will always test you. People may doubt you, mock you, or ignore you. But the truth is simple. If you never stop believing, no force can keep you from reaching your destiny. Dreams demand a price. Sometimes sleepless nights, sometimes endless struggles, sometimes painful sacrifices. But every drop of sweat becomes a stepping stone toward success. Aarav, the boy who once sold tea at a railway station, became an innovator who changed thousands of lives. Why? Because he never stopped believing.